Welcome to the first ever episode of Malaga Insiders. You probably know us as the Gearycast, but we've changed the name. Today I'm joined with Paul Hanahan. Welcome, Paul.
Good evening, Chris.
And I'm joined by a man who has been with the Gearycast for more than a year now. But he was always on the background, and now he's on the front as well. It's Tony Macaroni.
What's up, guys? Nice to be here.
Your name is not really Tony Macaroni.
No, it's not. No, it's Tony Diaz.
Yes. Why a change? That's probably what everybody thinks. Well, unfortunately, a lot of former members of the Gearycast left the Gearycast, so we couldn't really name it the Gearycast anymore, I think. So we start new with a lot of new faces, but most of the faces we've seen already last season. But I think it's time for a fresh start, and I think Malaga Insiders is the new Gearycast, but with a different format a bit, maybe. So welcome, everyone.
Good evening. Good to be here. But good to be back this season, Chris.
How's your summer been, Paul?
Yeah, fine. Just waiting for the season to start, obviously. Been on a holiday to Malta, and I'm back across with you guys on Friday for the first game of the season. So all
Always
good.
Malta. You always go to Malta once a year, right?
No, that's the first time we've been for a while, to be honest. But it was lovely, really hot. In the middle of a heat wave, we went there, and it was 45 degrees, a bit unbearable at times.
But it's for you, your holiday destinations are the Costa del Sol and Malta, basically.
And Cyprus, yeah.
Cyprus, to watch bad footballers.
Yes.
It's
Full
what it's
enough.
known for. And Tony, how's your summer?
Well, my summer's been alright. Been in Spain the first half. Now I'm back in Holland. I had to move there for some reasons, and gonna follow Malaga now from far. So yeah.
Yeah, because what nobody knows is that Tony is what are you? Are you
I don't
Dutch
know what
Spanish
I am.
as well?
Yeah, I'm
You're
born in
Dutch Spanish.
Spain, moved to Holland when I was a kid, moved back to Spain when I was a kid, then lived in Malaga until now. And then now I'm back in Holland for I don't know how long.
And you are, when you're in Spain, you're based in Nerja.
Yeah. Live in Nerja, been a season ticket holder of Malaga since I was 10, so it's over 15 years now. So it's great.
You can see a young in the intro video. You can see a young Tony somewhere. We won't say when or where, but you can see a young Tony in the intro video.
Yeah.
You are famous for probably several things. You have a Dutch mom. But most famous are you for your father, I think.
Yeah. Antonio
And
Diaz.
Yes.
From El Fuego.
From El Fuego in Nerja. It is a Dutch place, right? It's a Dutch bar.
Yeah, Dutch, Spanish. It's now mainly more Spanish than before. But yeah, it's Dutch, but also like all different type of sports.
Everybody's welcome.
Everyone is
so
welcome.
If you're
doesn't matter.
in Nerja, go to El Fuego. It's a nice place. We are going to do things differently, a bit different this season. And what we are going to add as well, and we will start with that, it's very nice because we're not only talking about football, right? We also want to teach people something about Malaga, the city, the province, and to give them some tips when they're on their holidays, because Malaga is only a match. Well, match days is like a day, but people are not coming for a day. They'll stay for a bit longer. And today we have something, one of my favorite things about Malaga. And I don't think many people know what it is. But if you ever wandered through the streets of Malaga late at night after a football match or a stroll along the city center, you've probably seen it. wrapped in a foil, warm in your hands, smelling like pure happiness. I'm talking about the Campero. The story of the Campero goes back to the 1980s when small neighborhood bars in Malaga started serving this grilled sandwich as a quick, filling bite. The idea was simple: take a round, soft bread roll, almost like a burger bun but lighter, slice it open, and pack it with cooked ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and a generous drizzle of mayonnaise. Then toast it on a plancha until golden and crisp, affordable, tasty, and easy to eat. The Campero became the go-to snack for students, workers, and late-night party goers. But the beauty of the Campero is in its flexibility. Over the years, Malagueños got creative. The Campero came, the chicken Campero, the Lomo Campero with pork loin, the Atún Campero with tuna, and the vegetarian versions. Every bar puts its own spin in it on it, and every one swears or spot makes the best one. That's a thing in Malaga. Every bar says they sell the best Camperos. Today, the Campero is more than just a sandwich. It's part of Malaga's identity, as essential as espetos on the beach or a coffee at the port. It's taste of home for locals and a delicious discovery for visitors. So next time you're in Malaga, skip the big chains, find a little snack bar, order a Campero, and bite into a piece of local history. Who of you ever had a Campero?
Yes, many Camperos.
Campero saved my night more than once.
What do you guys
In
think
the
of
student days.
what do you think of a Campero?
They're lovely, simple, tasty, cheap. You know, there's a local bar that we used to go to next door to our the flats that we stayed in, and the youngsters would come in at tea time. You know, 6, 7 o'clock, have a Campero and a tin of Coke, and that would be them for the night. You know, and some chips, Campero, Coke, Diet Coke, Fanta, whatever it was, and then that was them set for the night. And the place was mobbed with them. You know.
I love Camperos. I think it's one of my favorite foods. I don't think many tourists gets to eat a Campero because Malaga is known for their espetos, their sardines, and the boquerones. But they only make Camperos in Malaga. It's a real product from Malaga, and what makes it a Campero special is the bread.
Yeah.
Because you can't find the bread anywhere else. So yeah, that's the Campero. We're not going to talk much longer about the Campero because it's been quiet around the Malaga Insiders for the season. But we have some new players. A lot has happened. We played some friendly matches. What do we let's start with the transfer window. Are we happy? Did a good job?
For me, it's a bit early to say. I mean, we lost a few players at the end of the season. Obviously, we're trying to replace them. Joaquin Munoz come back again. He's looked quite good, lively on the wing. And Adrian Nino's obviously banged in a few goals in pre-season. But I think the jury's out for me on Dotor. Haregi's injured, so we haven't seen anything of him at all. Although I'm not convinced. He's not exactly been prolific where he's been previously. And then we've just obviously signed Javi Montero for the back line. Obviously, we lost Nelson Monte, so that's a good addition to the team, I think. So I think they're trying to plug the gaps that we've needed. I think still creativity still might be an issue and goal scoring. Although, I mean, we've got Danny Lorenzo back from injury. He missed half of last season. Larubi has looked good in pre-season. But yeah, I think the jury's out, but we're moving in the right direction for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. I think the players we signed are pretty more better on paper than the ones that we got rid of. Even though Manu Molina will be a big miss, so let's see how Dotor will come in and replace him. Dion as well, still with his old age, scored enough goals last season. more than expected of him. So see if Nino comes in with the young energy and maybe can do better than that. Also Chupe now, first team player, also signing. Excited to see him, same as Rafa.
Yeah.
Wingers are great. Joaquin Munoz, I think, is a very valid player for Segunda. Proved himself over the years, had a really good season last year with Huesca. And definitely think he will take the team, all the signings will take the team to next level. Of course, easy to say now. We need to see at the end what happens. But for me, I'm pretty happy with the signings this summer.
So let me go through the signings. Joaquin was the first player to sign. Good signing. A guy from Malaga, played for Malaga one season during COVID before. Wasn't the happiest season, but he proved himself at Huesca that he's a great player.
Absolutely.
Fernino is a great player. He's coming from Atletico Madrid B. I think he is the striker we need.
Mhm.
He's young, he's talented, and he has eye for the goal, and he scores easily. Then we have Montero. Last season, one of the best center backs of the first half of the season with Racing van Santander, where he had an amazing season. But after troubles with Jose Alberto, he wanted to leave, and they let him leave.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think it's a great signing. I think it's a bizarre signing because I don't think Malaga could afford a player like him, or a player of his what he showed last season was being a possibility for us. But because of a fight with Jose Alberto, he wanted to leave, and he chose Malaga. Well, Dotor. Well, I don't know. I don't really know what to think of Dotor yet. I think it's still too early to have a real opinion about him. Preseason is where we saw him, and I don't think you can base your opinion on preseason. We have also signed Eneko. I think he's just the third striker, and I don't think we should expect a lot from him. But he's a tall guy, and I think he's the ideal guy to bring in the 80th minute when you're losing or when you're drawing. I think that's the moment when they will put him in. But I think that Chupete and Nino will be the first options.
Yeah.
Now I don't forget I don't forget anyone, do I? No, that was
No, I
it.
think that's
I
it. I
think
think.
it's a decent. I think it's a decent transfer market, to be honest. I really think. Malaga played some friendlies. We won 5-0 against Antequera. That was pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good
First
performance.
preseason. We saw what Nino is up to, what he can do in the match against Antequera. Great match from La Rubia. And then we played against Almeria. And we beat Almeria as well, 2-0. In their own stadium, I guess. Or was it here? It
No, it
was in
was in
Marbella,
Marbella.
was it?
I was in Marbella, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. And then we played against
Al Walker.
yeah, yeah. It was a 0-0. Yeah, what can we say about it?
Not much happened in that game, to be fair.
I think it's the least interesting match, and I think the players felt that as well.
Yeah.
And then I think not much to talk about that match, if you ask.
No.
No.
And
No,
then
nothing.
can the most important one. I have doubts now if it's the most important one, but for us it is. It was a loss in England against Oxford, and we're going to talk later about that day. what I've heard, Paul, because we couldn't see it because they didn't televise it anywhere, is that the result looks very dramatic, but that Malaga played well, and it shouldn't be 3-0.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I thought it was a fairly decent performance from Malaga. Oxford are a good side, remember, as well. But different type of football as well. You're playing against an international team there, well, an English team, so it's obviously foreign to Malaga, different type of style. But I thought Malaga played quite well. And I mean, the goals they gave away, his first goal was a bit of a giveaway. Carlos Lopez played it out from the back, a bit sloppy, and the ball broke to Oxford and they scored. The second one was a penalty, which was a bit stupid defending in the box. And the third one was a bit lucky. The ball came across from a corner and got stuck under the striker's feet, and he managed to just dig it out from nowhere into the far corner. So I mean, I thought Malaga played quite well. I mean, we spoke to a lot of Oxford fans after the game, and there was a lot of love for David LaRubia, sorry, and from them after the game. As they were saying that your number 10 was fantastic, running at them, beating players, and that was our impression as well. And we played. I mean, obviously they changed quite a lot of players in the second half, and mixed up a wee bit, but overall performance, it certainly wasn't a 3-0 game, I thought. And everybody that was there thought exactly the same that I'd spoken to.
And then I think it's good to lose a pre-season match. If you win them all or you draw them all, I think it's important to lose one because it sets your mind at the right place again, keeps you back on track, gets you back on track. I think it's important to lose a match during pre-season. And we're happy it was that one because Malaga stroked back really hard a week later against Betis Sevilla at home, where they won 3-1 for the Trofeo de la Costa del Sol with amazing David Larrubia. Tony, how good is he?
He's really good, and also for me, what Larrubia is so important for the team, not only player-wise, like quality, but also being a Malagueño and coming there through youth academy, coming up, going out on loan when he had to go to Merida a few seasons ago, slowly coming into the team last year, had a right season, but his numbers weren't there. And now this preseason, he really stepped up. Now being more, scoring more, being more decisive in front of goal, what I think was lacking last season. And he had the quality already, but he missed that. And I think now, especially with the game against Betis, showing how effective he can be. I think that is really a level above for Larrubia and the steps he needs to make to become the leader of this Malaga team.
The problem I had with Larrubia was that his goal scoring wasn't as much as we expect from him. But during the whole preseason, he showed a lot of goals. He scored twice against Betis. How good was Malaga against Betis, Paul?
You're asking the wrong person because I didn't see it.
Okay.
Because I was out on Saturday night. I don't have a chance to watch it back. But I have seen the goals. I mean, good moves for all three goals. You know, good ball through for the first goal, and the second goal was a good move as well down the right hand side.
That was amazing.
What I've seen is, looked good. And I mean, I know it's pre-season, and I know Alex Fitzpatrick's gone on about Castellón beating Elche 6-0 last season, pre-season, but it's still Betis are a decent side, you know, and to beat them 3-1 at home in a pre-season fight. I know it's the last game before the main season starts, but they're no mugs, you know. They're going to be up there or thereabouts challenging for Europe in the top division. So yeah, performance levels must have been, you know, really good to pull out a performance like that and beat them 3-1.
And I think it was more Malaga making changes than Betis Sevilla making changes. They really wanted to win because they come from that horrible draw the week before where Fornals got in a fight. They started with their best team. It's not that they played a B team, right? I mean,
no, absolutely.
And then something horrible happened as well after a foul from Larrubia to Isco. Isco got injured, left the pitch. and later that night the news came out that Isco will be out for a few months. I don't think he could do anything about it. What are your thoughts on it, Tony?
First, it's just unfortunate. There's no intention for Larovia to hurt Isco. Someone
No.
he grew up watching, same as me. Like when I was a kid going to La Rosaleda with 10, 11 years old, seeing Isco there. I don't think there's any ill intention there. I think it's just very, very unlucky that because Isco has a lot of class. What Larovia said, he just made that movement right in there, and Larovia hit him on, unfortunately. Yeah.
And Isco responded in a tweet or sent out a tweet that there's nothing he should be. He should be. How do you call it? Like
Feel guilty about, I guess.
feel guilty about because it was just an action and it happens in football and that always good. So that was a very nice gesture from Isco as a person. And it's great to see the love still from Isco and Pellegrini and Fornals towards Malaga. So that was, I think, it was a great night in La Rosaleda.
Mm.
But now we're at the point that we leave the preseason behind a bit. But before we go to the upcoming season, Paul, how good was Oxford? How was the day? How was it?
The day was fantastic. A lot of anticipation there, and a lot, I suppose, we were sort of worried how many people are actually going to turn up beforehand. This is the organisation went in beforehand between obviously the club, ourselves, and the Guri Army to try and get everybody to the same pub. And there was a lot of messages going back and forward, who's turning up, when he's turning up. But when we got there fairly early, about 11:15, and there was already maybe about 30, 40 people there. But after that, it was just flows. There was just Malaga fans flowing in all morning, and it was fantastic. And obviously, Kike Perez came in as well to see everybody, and we got to the stadium, and then I think Matt Rains was doing the reporting for the Segunda podcast, and he was VIP for the day, so he was on the other side. And the board inside the concourse said that there was 434 Malaga fans there, which is phenomenal. It's ridiculous amount of fans coming from all over the UK and from Spain as well, and travelling just to see Malaga play in England. So yeah, it was a fantastic day all round. We may or may not have got a little bit drunk after it, but it was a great day.
I think because that's what we might forget sometimes is that the UK is not like Spain. It's like several countries. When you came from Scotland, there are people all coming from over the UK. It's not that you take a bus to Oxford and you're there in an hour.
No,
People traveled from everywhere.
Yeah, it was people coming from all over England. Trains from the southwest to the northeast to northwest. And I flew down from it. Well, obviously from Dundee to Edinburgh. Got to Edinburgh. Flew from Edinburgh to Bristol, and from there. So it was a real mix of people from all over the UK, which was fantastic. What you normally see is you go to Malaga throughout the season, and you maybe see one or two people every time you go. What was fantastic about this was that everybody was there at the same time in the same place. All these people that you meet throughout the season. So it was really, really good.
I think the images looked so good. People from the club were there. Head marketing was there. General director Kike Perez was there. The club was very, very happy. And I have some messages that Kike Perez sent. He was flabbergasted. The club really didn't expect to see so many Malaga fans, and he says this was a day to look back on, and it's for history. What a crazy thing Malaga Club de Football is, and that's what everybody said. Even the press of guy who was there, Sergio, he said, "Wow, what an amazing day! What amazing fans! How many people have showed up?" And what not surprised me, what I liked to see most was the little kids. with their Malaga shirts.
Yeah.
Because that, I don't know, it's crazy. I think it's crazy, and I'm happy we could with together with the Giri Army and the club were able to organize it. And I think, I don't know how you see it, Paul, but I think it's one of the most important days for Malaga, um, on their international side. I think this is the beginning of something bigger.
Absolutely. I think the recognition now from the club of the fans in the UK is massive. And we actually said that after the game, that the turnout on the day was so fantastic that the club, I think the club will be looking to do that on a regular basis, on an annual basis, play a pre-season friendly in the UK.
Yeah, and the club. I had a lot of talks with the club over the years, but the club is very, very much interested in like doing more stuff and looking more after the international fans. So something is beginning, but it's still early, and we have a collaboration with the club, which is good, and it's good to see that the club is happy, and to see so many Malaga fans in Oxford. Your dad was there, Tony.
Yeah, he doesn't remember much of the game, but he had a great time. What he
I
said.
don't think he remembers much of anything of the trip.
No, I had Paul on watch on him, so now he had a great time. And then going back to the international subject of the Malaga fans, every other week as well, I got someone from the Netherlands or someone from another country texting me, "Yo, can I get tickets? This, that." Just right before recording, a friend who I haven't spoken to in 8-9 years is in Almuñeca, and he asked me, "Yo, can I get tickets for the Malaga game?" Blah blah blah. So there's always people. Every week is people texting, fans from everywhere. Everywhere. There's so many fans.
Big time. Since we have started the Gear, because it's growing by the week, by the month. It's crazy. But enough about preseason. But because the season is here, shall we first start? Because before we are going to talk about what we think about Malaga and what we should go for, maybe it's good to listen to what the actual people that understand anything on Segunda, because we know about Malaga, but we don't know about Segunda. What the professionals say.
Day one for
That's the wrong one.
division last season, but I don't think it will be plain sailing for the three of them. Real
I don't know what is happening. Let's go with the. Shall we try it again?
Vallecano had a very difficult time of it last season.
No.
La Rosaleda.
I think that's the right one, but it's not playing from the start.
How do we do this? It's always fun. Oh, here we go. There we go.
The Segunda season is back this weekend, starting with the doubleheader on Friday night, and it proves to be as open a season as ever. Well, there's a queue of teams that want to get themselves promoted up to La Liga, not least the three relegated sides that came down from the top division last season, but I don't think it will be plain sailing for the three of them. Real Valladolid in particular had a very difficult time of it last season and have some scars that maybe have not yet healed, which they'll need to overcome. Leganés and Las Palmas, particularly the side from Madrid, looking a little stronger. The usual suspects are up there as well. Racing Santander, who were up there last season, still maintain the squad that they had last year. Well, not the squad, sorry, the 11 that they had last year. The squad pretty decimated outside of the starting players. Speaking of decimation, Mirandés had only 2 players and not the same coach from last year, so expect a very different season from them. And Almeria have sold Luis Javier Suarez, amongst other players, got a load of money in, recouped, rebuilt, and look set to be close up at the top as well. Segunda División, always interesting. Get yourself over to the Spanish Segunda show. We've got four separate pre-season previews, which are all out now. Go and give them a listen if you want to hear in detail about the rest of Segunda División, as well as Malaga.
Great. Are we scared? Are we hopeful?
I think going back to the conversation about the new signings, it all depends on how they bed in and how they integrate into the team. But I'm fairly hopeful, to be fair. I mean, last season, in the end, we were fairly comfortable, but that last 5 or 6 games before the end of the season, we got dragged back into it. But yeah, fairly optimistic this season. If we can get challenging up mid-table and possibly towards the top end in playoffs, then yeah, I think we should be okay to be able to do that, I think.
Tony, what do you think? Where should we go for? What is the...
I think we should improve from last season onward. So that would be not to fight for relegation. Especially the first half of last season was very good. So if we could replicate that throughout the whole season, have that consistency, I think that will be already amazing. But at the end of the day, Segunda might be one of the most unpredictable leagues in Europe. The teams that now are on top could easily be on the bottom, and the teams on the bottom could easily be on the top from last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, every year the teams that relegate get more and more money, so they should be up there, but you never know. And if I need to say prediction, I hope top 11, top 12. From that what's onwards, I think that is where we should be able to end.
Yeah. I think Segunda is that way, that bunch in the middle, which is so compact and it's so tight. If you get a good run, then they'll keep you away from the relegation. But it's so unpredictable in that pack that you could end up nearer the playoffs than the bottom end. So fingers crossed that's Malaga.
I think I'm much more hopeful for people who have been listening longer. I'm probably the most darkest guy in the whole Gearycast, but I think I think about playoffs. I think we should go for playoffs. I'm not saying we should go for promotion, but I think the goal should be playoffs. If you win 3-1 against Betis Sevilla, you win 2-0 against Almeria. Let's forget about Oxford. So many, more than 400 British screaming towards you, singing for you. I would be scared as well. I think we should go for playoffs. I think we have the team to go for playoffs. Mm-hmm. And why not?
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe we need one more winger. That's the only thing I think we would need, one more winger. And I think we're ready to go. We have Aaron Ochoa. We have probably the best midfielder in Segunda next season, which is David La Rubia. We have Chupete. We have Nino. We have
the best goalkeeper of Segunda with Alfonso.
Best goalkeeper of Segunda.
No one better than him.
We have Castel, who played an amazing match last weekend against Betis Sevilla. We have Montero. I think this is the season.
Fingers crossed.
We will make it to playoffs. At least that's what I think. But we first start with Eibar. And Eibar is always a match. I said altijd for the Dutch listeners. I said altijd, which means always. It's always a match which I'm a bit afraid of. Are you guys confident about Eibar?
Yes and no. I remember when we played Eibar for the La Liga, the opening match as well, the season we relegated. Very hopeful that season after we finished 11 with even higher, I think, or 11 with Michel. And then we started that season against Eibar going there, new shirt, beautiful shirt, thought we had good signings, and straight away disappointment. So I have some mixed feelings about Abraham, but I do think we should win. I have confidence in the team.
Eibar are always an unpredictable team, aren't they? One week they could be brilliant, the next week they could be terrible. But having listened to Alex preview earlier in the week, and the players that Eibar have got or not got, their team's still a bit up in the air. So this is maybe a good time to play them. First game of the season, and get in early until before they've actually got a bit more, done a bit more in the transfer market and got a settled team. So I think it could go either way, but it's maybe a good time to play them first game of the season.
I have another date, which is a pretty nice one. The last time we played Eibar at home at the start of the season during the fair was in 98. And do you guys know where we ended that season?
I know.
Yep.
Or first or second. One of direct promotion.
Direct promotion.
Yeah.
And it's first.
We won the league, yeah.
Yeah, we won the league that season. So it was also from Segunda to Primera. It's a sign. It's a sign. I think it's a sign.
I'll go with that.
Think I've got a shirt on from that season as well.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
The sign is
It's
there.
a sign.
But then we're not the professionals on Eibar. Maybe we should listen to the professionals, what they have to say about Eibar.
The Segunda season is back this weekend, starting.
Oh, there we are.
Sure, it'll be. Malaga take on Eibar this weekend in match day 1. Football is back, La Rosaleda is back, and I'm sure it'll be another sellout. Particularly the enthusiasm in Malaga must be huge following that 3-1 victory over Betis in the final friendly before the season began. Eibar and most teams in Segunda really are still rebuilding. That transfer window being open means that they and many other teams are still getting their squad together, and with that in mind, they are very far from being a finished article at the moment. Through the summer, they've lost a couple of key defenders. Left back Christian Gutierrez, a familiar face to Malaga fans. He has left and gone to Las Palmas for a pretty decent fee as well. Comas has gone to Depor, so they've lost players there. They've lost men through midfield and really look very short up front too. They've made some good additions and they play a structured 4-2-3-1 under Jose San Beñat, and really with him they were pretty much unbeaten for a very long time after he came in, and he improved their level last season rapidly, pulling them away from the relegation battle, and they finished comfortably in mid-table. Eibar fans would settle for that again, and they certainly settle, I think, for a point from this weekend's game against Malaga with the state that their squad is currently in. Malaga taking on Eibar this weekend in match day 1. Football is back. Header.
You're on mute, Chris.
Oh, it's not my day today. Football's back.
We've all done it.
We're reaching the end of the podcast. Paul.
Yes.
What do you think on... Are we winning next Saturday?
I would be happy with a point, but I think we will win, yes.
Tony?
I think so too. I think we will win. I think it's time to really start the season right. You really impress all the fans. It's with the Feria, give everyone a good time. I've got fully confidence in the team. It's still the same team, mainly as last season, but was still a similar team to the season before. Pellicer's now been there for 3 years. So I do think now we have in that way an advantage as well. I think we can come in strong. Players seem fit, most of them, except for Alfonso just came back from injury. He should be able to play, what I think. So for the rest, we should have the strong team and same block as last year. So confidence is up.
I'm saying that we're going to win as well. It's going to be a wonderful day. If you're there, come and say hi. Me and Paul will probably be at Hermanos Madrid at some point.
There's no probably about it. We will be there.
Yeah, take pictures with us. That's good for our self-esteem. We have a new thing because we're reaching the end of the podcast, and this will be one of my favorite parts. Because besides, we all support Malaga. We also have a second team. Tony, for you, is that Ajax? It hurts to say. Paul, for you, it's Dundee United.
Correct.
For Joe, it's Bayer Leverkusen. And for Sergio, it's Leeds. And for me, it's Feyenoord. What we're going to do at the end of the season, or at the end of the podcast, throughout the whole season, is that we're going to try and how do you call it? Try and predict the matches of those clubs. We start with Dundee United, who will play away against Kilmarnock.
Yes.
You're not saying it right.
No, that's right. Kilmarnock.
You
just need to score.
Sergio thinks that Dundee United is going to lose, Paul.
Yeah. Well, Dundee United have got a big game on Thursday night against Rapid Vienna in the UEFA Conference League. So that'll take a lot out of them, as has been proven in the last two games, playing Thursday, Sunday. So it's a cup game, so I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. So I think Kilmarnock will edge it because United will be a bit tired from their European game. So I think Kilmarnock will win that, but by one goal. So 2-1 seems a reasonable result. And Kilmarnock play on a plastic pitch as well, which isn't always the best.
Tony.
1-0 for Dundee. I have not a lot of information about the games. But I'm interested to learn from you, Paul. So
yeah, I'm going to say Dundee as well. But I have to say Dundee United because I've been corrected the whole week when I've said Dundee.
Yeah, Dundee are a different team. And we don't like that.
We don't like that. Then we have Leeds against Everton. What do you think?
You want me to go first on that one?
Yeah, go.
That's a tough one. Leeds have just obviously come up. Everton will be looking to have a better season than they did last season. So I'm going for a draw on that one. 1-1. Leeds will be wanting to impress at home in the new league.
Leeds draw. Okay, Tony.
I'll go with spice it up. I'm going to go with 3-2 for Leeds.
Leeds. I'm going to say Everton. I think Everton will win. Then we have Sonnenhof Grossbach against Bayer Leverkusen. Paul, go ahead.
Pass. Obviously, this isn't a league game, so is this a friendly or a cup game? I think it might be a cup game.
It's cup game. It's cup game.
Yeah. Leverkusen will win that, I would imagine. And I would go 3-0 Leverkusen.
Yeah, Leverkusen.
Is that the main cup then, the DFB Pokal?
I don't know. I think they only
first
have
round.
yeah.
Yeah, first round DFB Pokal.
Tony.
1-4 for Leverkusen.
Yeah, you only have to say the winner. I can't be asked to also check the.
Oh,
Okay.
Leverkusen then.
I'm going to say Leverkusen as well. And Sergio had. What did Sergio have? He said 1-4 Leverkusen. But he also said Leeds. Of course, he said Leeds. He's the Leeds fan. Leverkusen. Now we're going to Ajax against Go Ahead Eagles.
I'll go for Ajax on that one. Although Go Ahead Eagles got a good draw last weekend.
Ajax?
Yeah, Ajax, yeah.
Tony?
Ajax, yeah. But not by much. Because they have not been fully fit yet. Still missing some players. So, and Go Eagles had a great season last year, winning the cup.
Winning the cup.
So being close to win against PSV.
I'm going to say a draw. Ajax draw. Would be fun. And then Feyenoord. I have to say Feyenoord's playing tonight as well. The second match of the pre-Champions League against Mourinho and his Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce, yeah.
What do you think? They're playing against Excelsior.
Excelsior had a terrible result last week, didn't they? They got thumped 5-0, so I can't see past Feyenoord for that one.
I think
Feyenoord for me as well.
Excelsior is probably the third team from Rotterdam. So, yeah, I'm going to say Feyenoord as well. Feyenoord. What did Tony say?
Feyenoord.
1-2. Feyenoord. And Feyenoord. And Joe said 3-1. Kilmarnock.
Yeah, I'm not speaking to him now.
Leeds Everton, a draw. 2-2. Excelsior Feyenoord. 2-0 Feyenoord. Go Ahead Eagles. Ajax 1-2. En Sonnengrospas bij Leverkusen 0-6. Interesting. So how does it work? For every good answer, you will get a point. And at the end of the season, we will see who is the biggest international professional or has the most international knowledge about other football. Because there are two Dutch teams, a Scottish team, and an English team and a German team. So that will be a very fun thing to do, I think, throughout the season. I'm going to thank you, Paul and Tony, for the first match, for the first episode. Paul, I take it away.
Vamos, Malaga.
Tony, you have anything left to say?
No, it's great now to be here and to speak about Malaga, especially to help reach to more foreign audience. But I'm all for about, so yeah.
And thank you. And I'm saying Vamos Malaga as well. And see you next week for a new episode.